Hi, G420. Portfolio preparation. How you guys doing? Okay, so I want to go through this thing this week because I want just out of experience from the past, and I'll be completely honest with you, I haven't looked at week 4 assignment 2 yet. But just from experience from the past, I want to go over this. I waited for most of you to get your submissions in because I didn't want to cause any confusion. But so this is an identity guideline book. Your assignment this week is corporate identity, and the assignment itself requires, well, let's go to it and take a look. Corporate identity example, one example including 5 components. So what does that mean? That means one example of corporate identity. So you're showing 5 examples for the same company, guys, for the same company. Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about. So in other words, it wouldn't be like a business card for one company and then an envelope and a letterhead for a different company. It all is the same company. So let me show you what a corporate identity guidelines book actually looks like. And all corporations have these. I mean, it's basically a corporate identity guidelines book whereby if you're doing a lot of, McDonald's and Walmart, everybody has these. Even a lot of small companies have them. So if you're doing a lot of marketing and you are sending materials out to different designers, and if you don't have your own in-house design team, you would send along this identity guidelines so that the person who's designing some of my advertising or whatever the case may be has this in front of them, knows how they're allowed to use each component of the identity system. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so the name of the company is Gallery Espresso, and this is their identity guidelines. So let's go to page 1. We have contents page 2. It's going to take a minute because it's a few pages. So brand essence, this explains the introduction, the mission statement, showing the logo and explaining what the coffee house cafe is. Then we go into brand essence, showing the corporate color identity, giving the Pantone, RGB, and CMYK equivalents, explaining the color usage. Then we go to body copy and what kind of typography are we allowed to use here? We're allowed on the screen. This is screen, so this is what we're allowed to use on screen. On screen, and this is what the company allows you to use in print. In print. Okay, screen, print. So you can see the difference side by side. And then here's some logo, identity logo, pure black Pantone, and then Pantone, the 3 different acceptable identity logo presentations. And then here's the logo on a color background, reverse logo on color background. Then we have permission to use the logo on a color or black and white image. And it shows you where and how far away from the edge it has to be and all that stuff. Then this is the clear distance for a logo. So in other words, you can't place anything within this distance to the logo, and it would be the size of the G in all 4 corners, and then the perimeter would be around that. Okay, excuse me. Spring allergies. More logo. How do we use the logo? How do we reverse the logo? Are we allowed to use the mark? Here's what we're not allowed to do. Here's the letterhead explained. Envelope explained. Business card explained. Placement of everything. Now, this is the part where I'm gonna talk about your work. Okay, so your work this week has to have 6 pieces. For a corporate identity. So let's take a look at some of the things that you can do. Here's the coffee cup and the sleeves. 2 different kinds of bev naps, a beverage coaster and a food nap, a folding food nap. Then you have the packaging, the bulk coffee beans for sale, and some of the stuff that's available in their gift shop. Breath mints. Okay, so these are all, here's your apparel, more apparel, uniforms, golf shirts, hoodies, more t-shirts, Then we have more apparel, uniforms, aprons, hats, etc. Okay, and then you have brand opportunity here. Here's more stuff that you guys, for more ideas for you guys. So here's a website for for corporate identity for Gallery Espresso. A newspaper ad, you can see it right there. Then you have the color and the black and white local newspaper ads. You have the airport and the subway posters, advertising, public signage, and then here's your signage, and here's another sign. And these were all mocked up in Photoshop, guys. These don't really exist. This sign isn't really here. It was placed in there in Photoshop. So, you know, likewise, you know, this was made. This isn't an actual company. So these were all done in Photoshop. All of these, it's a fictitious company. Okay, so all of this stuff. Now here's the Gallery Espresso opening, grand opening, advertising, customized market mailer, and that has some promotional pieces inside. That thing comes in a sleeve. Then you have signage, outdoor signage, environmental signage, and then vehicle wrap. Then you have this paint, lighting, interior colors. So, okay, so you see there's a lot there, okay? And I just want you guys to have an idea of what you can do, because quite often I get emails that say, well, I only have 2 pieces or 3 pieces. I have a letterhead or whatever, I have 3 pieces, but I need 5. And what can I use? And I just gave you a whole bunch of ideas, but I just wanted you guys to be able to see what a real corporate identity guideline book would look like. I'm going to follow this video up, showing you guys what an actual portfolio, a print book looks like. And just look forward for that. I'm going to do that here today, a little bit later on, and just take a look for that today. So, okay, thanks, guys.